Hello and welcome back. So today's video is childhood. Unlike many people with EDS, my childhood, there was nothing really to say I'm different. Many you hear the stories about they get their diagnosis and finally it makes sense why they were so different during childhood. For me, that wasn't the case. And looking back on it, as I've said before in previous videos, both my grandmothers probably had HEDS, and there's some suspicion. Some of my aunts have brought up my grandfather, one of my two grandfathers, may have also had HEDS. When you have that in a family and it's a dominant trait, it means that you are in the zebra in a herd of zebras. And it's the horse that seems different. And I've actually talked to some of my siblings who don't seem to have EDS. And they've often said they felt like they were the outlier in the family, that something was wrong with them. And so it's a little bit different depending on how you grow up and your family experiences and everything. I actually had a cousin who we used to tease that her face was put on upside down. If she got hurt, the more pain she was in, the bigger her smile. Which kind of a lot of you can, those with EDS can kind of hear the hints that she may be one with EDS. She hasn't been diagnosed, and I don't know if she's ever going to try or if she even thinks she has. But even that can be a learned dealing mechanism that she learned from the family, even without having EDS. But the fact that it even happened shows that there was a family with more pain, and where pain was just kind of accepted, and doing certain things was kind of accepted as a way of life, and certain things happening was kind of accepted as a way of life. It wasn't unusual for someone to sprain their ankle or other things in our family. That was frequent. No one went to the doctor over a sprain in my family. Not me, not my siblings, not my cousins. It was a sprain. You just wrap it up and wait and go about your life. Make sure you use it as much as you can while still letting it heal. Unless it was so bad that it lasted for months and months. And then you go into the doctor. And then you might go to PT or something like that. But even then, it didn't always work. And so if you can get by, you got by. You just did. That's the way it was. Now, if it was broken, that was a different story. If there was high suspicion it was broken, then you would actually get treatment. But a sprain, big deal. In fact, I kind of laughed and questioned when people would tell me that they went to the doctor for a sprain. I was like, why? You just wrap it up. Well, yeah, that's all the doctor did. That's what you do. You go to the doctor and the doctor wraps it up, and then you get it checked out a little while later, or you take it off once it's not hurting as bad. And I'm going, no, you don't go to the doctor. It actually was funny to me when my oldest broke his ankle. They swore he had sprained it until they did the x-ray. And then they said, you've got the worst break, the most painful break anyone can do to their ankle. Why aren't you screaming in pain when your friend over there, he's broken his ankle, but not in the same place, and it shouldn't be as painful? But that's the way it was in my family. And the way we all grew up. He grew up with the same experience. This was before we knew about EDS. So it's interesting to hear the different childhood stories. And I want it to be just as accepted that you may not have those childhood stories of, I was the unusual one, and may still have EDS. Because maybe, because it's a dominant trait, maybe your family has EDS. And so rather than being the zebra in a herd of horses, you're the zebra in a herd of zebras, and other people are the horse in the herd of zebras. I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.